The Fantasy Zone lineup of games are just a delightful treat to the eyes and ears. I've spoken how much I enjoyed the second game in my 10 favourite Master System games, but this time I'm here to talk about a particular title as a whole, just how much fun I have had playing these games. But there is one very special title that had nothing to do with the arcade machines, and with a little help from Sunsoft, so you know the music is going to be good. Super Fantasy Zone. Now this game was never released in North America, only in Japan and Europe could get their hands on this baby, so I feel as though it is my responsibility to share my experience with this title to those who will not lucky enough to own it. When you boot it up, the title screen doesn't play any sort of theme or a jingle, it's dead silent, which isn't a problem. In fact, I'd say it increases the suspense for when you finally start to play. So after you fiddle with a few options to your liking, you can actually start. And holy wham bam, you are just flushed right into a colourful world with some really catchy happy music. But of course, if the co-creator is Sunsoft, it is to be expected that the music would be great. And whilst I'm on the topic of the music, just sweet Christ, they really knew what they were doing with the sound chip of the Mega Drive. Some developers had trouble creating good soundtracks for the console due to its limitations of the sound chip, but goddamn, when somebody figures out how to use that thing, it's just ear nectar the whole way. The visuals for each stage are lovely, bright colours that are all well balanced perfectly. Nothing stands out too much to the point of being ugly, the backgrounds don't look out of place, with their simple parallax scrolling, and the effect of when you shoot down an enemy or get shot out yourself is pleasant to look at and just pops right out of the screen, filling in more life to the game. This game's gameplay is super easy to follow. The game runs on a shoot 'em up style, but instead of just going to the right, you have a choice of left or right, but this rule affects your foes too, so keep an eye out as they come from both sides. You are equipped with a pea shooter and little bombs to drop down. You use these weapons to take on these floating stationary spawn points. Once you take them all down, you get to fight the boss. Each boss has a certain trick to make the fight easier, but you have to work it out first, and sometimes it's a real pain due to the fact that these bosses do not mess around. They will mess you up, so learn quickly. But if you feel as though these weapons aren't up to snuff, then you can always pop by the balloon shop, because when you take down a foe, it'll drop cash. Collect as much money as you can to upgrade your flight speed, main weapons to lasers to fire grenades. Also getting special weapons that you can really mess up the competition, but some are only one use only and can easily miss. So keep an eye on what you're doing and you should be golden. Also, there are special items you can buy to help you pass certain stages, like a dark cave or the floor made of electricity. So with all this gear, light-hearted music, and colourful environment and plenty of chances to wipe the smile off this game's face, you're probably thinking, it's just a kid's game. I could beat this in no time. Well, you'd be right in a small part. If you knew what you were doing, you could finish this game in less than half an hour. But I'm confident that you won't, because there is a huge factor about this game I have failed to mention. This game will make you cry. This game's difficulty, even on easy, is outstanding. There are moments where you think, oh yeah, I got the hang of this, then it'll throw something new at you and you're dead. Then you start over and over and over, over and over and over. Then you'll start over again, and again, and again, over and over and over. You will lose more lives than anything you've ever played. Dark Souls and Bloodborne eat your heart out. This is a true testament of trial and error that'll put the very best out there to their full limit. And even if you manage to beat it, which will probably be on easy, you still have more difficulties to beat. There is no escape. Behind the lovely sing-song dance feel that this game represents, there is a dark truth. Fantasy Zone franchise is a true hardcore gamer's paradise, and it's your fault for stepping in. You can't blame anybody else for choosing this fate. So what are you gonna do? Admit defeat? Or prove that you are a true hardcore gamer? The Fantasy Zone is waiting for you. Will you take up the call? Thank you for watching this video, and as always, if you would like to see more, click the big box to see a previous episode. And if you're bored with this channel, why don't you check these guys out? Ollie, Simon, or Abroad in Japan. These guys are all pretty cool. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.